you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. An early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and...
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give them 22 on that one. And it's first down by zone or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Bills have taken the early lead. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep, and this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut, and the Bills have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still... And sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They shakes him off. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just... Now a play fake here on first down. This will be caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, 35 yards. And the Bills have broken the tie.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff. And then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. He'll look to throw. Deep drop. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before. It'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys... So special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Bills, It was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that... All right, Larry. Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Austin Bats and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get...
They go play action here on first down. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. 11 yards for number 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time in the pocket. And a throw right sideline is complete. 23 yards on the play.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done. Their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
Pistol. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross
generation. It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there. Toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the stick. No one got it. They'll set up to throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their big-bodied receiver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Bills get a bit closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there. It was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Now, this is taken in. It's complete. A big gain there for the Bills. 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of momentum.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time...
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, they're into the win column for the third time this year as they get the victory. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Bills will extend their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The 10. And here come the Bills. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some...
And now the rookie's free. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 94 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So from back deep in their home territory all the way into the end zone, do you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble. With that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is...
Thank you, Larry. We are on the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game this close. You've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that.
On offense first here in this third quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and busy as well.
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Time running out here on the play clock. He'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding. Defense.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. To that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Well, without a doubt, all credit's got to go to the runner. Found his way into the end zone, but the defensive guys just not wrapping up well when they try to tackle him.
And that's the thing. You've got to wrap up. A lot of times these days you see guys, they just want to go as hard as they can and throw their body at somebody. That's not old school football, though.
No, old school football is fundamentals. Wrapping up, locking your hands. And
with that, let's get you up to M&T Bank Stadium. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Raven. And taken right at the 35. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And this offense not able to believe their good fortune probably. 1st and goal at the 2. Especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their big-bodied receiver, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we tough unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. I know a lot lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
After you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're finished to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
He'll rifle this one, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 52 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
It over. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case, the feet. Not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 11 yards for number 11. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. It's perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because we always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got one good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go
Dinner
for 3.
between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And oh, he kicked it out.
But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans screaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on